Hey, welcome to another Marvel Legends review video. Today we're looking at Colossus from the Deadpool Legacy Collection wave. And this is Colossus as he appears in the Deadpool 2 movie. And it's great we've got him because really we haven't got too many Deadpool supporting characters. Of course, we've got Deadpool himself, we've got a couple of Wolverines now. But otherwise, we've just got Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who was released in the Twin Pack, wasn't released individually. So it's great that we've got Colossus, particularly as the figures come out now, a couple of years after the movie came out. But obviously, it's come out to sort of tie in with Deadpool and Wolverine being a massive hit. So it's great that we have him. Also, it's great that we have a movie Colossus which is more sort of faithful to the comic look because we saw sneak peeks of Colossus throughout the Fox X-Men movies, but he was kind of much more human and slimmed down. Here, Deadpool 2 look of Colossus, he's much more sort of comic accurate in terms of his height and his overall sort of bulk. And it's great that we have a movie figure capturing that. So here he is in the box. Looks great. Pretty simple packaging, really. Just got a couple of digital renders on the side of him from the movie, and on the back, you can see the other figures in the wave, which are Deadpool, the Legacy version, the Deadpool and Wolverine, and then here it shows you the Headpool figure, but really that's just a glorified accessory. Really comes with another Wolverine figure, which by far feels like the most essential, least essential in this wave. Yeah, on the back it just says Marvel's Colossus. Colossus is a towering, virtuous mutant known for his organic steel body, which grants him immense strength and durability. Yeah, he looks great. So let's open him up. So here he is out of the box. Looks fantastic, lovely metallic sheen on him. So this is what you get. You get the figure. Comes with swappable heads, so kind of got a stoic face, and you also got a more angry, grimacing kind of face, which looks really cool. Comes with an extra set of hands, so he's got fists, but he's also got these open, reaching hands, and he's also got the little X-Men manual or rule book that he had in the movie, which is a really nice, fun accessory. So yeah, pretty good choices in terms of accessories. So here he is out of the box, and he feels really, really solid and chunky in hand as he looks, but feels like that as well, which is fantastic. The finish on it is really, really good. Like I love the metallic kind of texture on it. Really nice detailing with all the kind of lines on his skin, almost like sort of joins and his sort of metal skin. Really nice paintwork on mine as well. Like it's simple, but the red on his chest is really, really clear, and all the detailing, like the belt buckle and everything, is it's really super clean. So yeah, it looks really, really good. In terms of lightness, really, really accurate compared to the movie, as you can see here. I think Marvel Legends figures last few years been getting better and better with the kind of likenesses. And even though this isn't based on a real actor, it's a kind of a CGI character. The likeness is really, really strong. It's not a kind of definitive look for Colossus for me. It doesn't look like how I imagine the character really kind of looks. The movie is a great look, but this figure isn't going to fit in the comic collection. In terms of more definitive looks for Colossus, I think that 2 pack Marvel Legends figure, the one that came with Juggernaut, is probably the best looking Marvel Legends Colossus figure. The Marvel Select Colossus is a couple of years old now, but it looks really nice, and I keep thinking I should pick that up. But yeah, this figure is a great likeness for how he appears in Deadpool. It's not going to be your kind of definitive one Colossus figure that's going to fit in with the comic characters, I don't think. I'm still tempted to get another one at one point, but yeah, he looks great. Looks exactly like he did in the movie. So yeah, great likeness. So in terms of posing, he's pretty flexible for a figure of this kind of size and sort of build. He's got pinless arms and legs, really good, bend on his elbows. He can bend his arm almost back completely to sort of touch his chin. He's got swivels on his wrists as well, which is really good for different sort of poses with his hands. Can't raise his arms that high really, but they rotate completely. His head as well isn't sort of too flexible. Can't really look up or down too much, but it rotates completely around. Hasn't got much of an ab crunch, but kind of enough for sort of a figure of this type. He's not going to be sort of in super athletic poses, but overall, he feels really chunky and solid. It's not too stiff, although his knee joints are a little bit stiff, but he's got really sort of a solid base as well. because he's got quite big feet, so he just stands really well without the need of a stand. And feels plenty sort of flexible enough for the kind of poses you're going to put him in. Have managed to get him in a kind of a running pose with a stand as well, which is cool. You know, he is flexible enough to do that sort of stuff. But overall, yeah, really happy. You can put him in lots of sort of fun poses with other characters, and I've really enjoyed playing around with him. So here he is with the Deadpool Legacy Deadpool figure, so you can get a sense of how he scales. And yeah, I think in terms of size, he's really, really good size. Maybe a little bit small. Maybe in the movie he was even bigger than Deadpool, but pretty good. You know, a lot bigger, a lot more sort of oversized, more like how I said before, Colossus should be, as opposed to like kind of just a big a bigger human. He should be kind of more like sort of in the 7-8 foot kind of region. So yeah, I think the scale's good. Here he is with Wolverine as well and Deadpool, so you can get a sense of how they all look together, and I think make a really nice set. He looks really good and imposing stood behind them. Um, Here he is just with a few other bigger Marvel Legends figures, so you just kind of get a sense of how he scales with them. He's not the biggest. He's not as big as like the Destroyer, for example. But I think that feels right. You know, like he's a sort of good sort of size. He still looks chunky and imposing. And actually, I think the Destroyer is maybe a really good, fun figure to display him with if he's not going to be with Deadpool Wolverine. I quite appreciate the slightly different, sort of metallic effects on them. They're not exactly the same, which I think looks quite nice. So yeah, I really like him. I think he's a great addition to the Marvel Legends line, and a really, really good recreation of a movie character. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. You can find more of my Marvel Legends review videos. You see a couple of them popping up here. But yeah, follow the channel, subscribe. We're going to be reviewing more Marvel Legends figures. And yeah, thanks a lot for checking out.